John Cena is an anomaly. While most people with hundreds of millions of dollars scream for attention, flashing private jets and diamond watches on Instagram, Cena does the opposite. In fact, he looks so normal that people forget what he really is. But that is the trick, because behind the plain t-shirts, the clean interviews, and the invisible man memes, John Cena has built one of the most controlled, disciplined, and quietly expensive lifestyles in entertainment history. This is not influencer wealth. This is engineered money, and it starts with the most expensive asset he has ever owned, himself. John Cena's body was never just about size. It was about longevity. For over 20 years, Cena trained like a man protecting a corporate asset, because that is exactly what his body became. Every match, movie role, or brand deal depended on it functioning at elite levels. At his WWE peak, Cena trained 6 days a week, often twice per day. But this wasn't your average gym membership. His personal training facilities, spread across homes and filming locations, were industrial grade. We are talking commercial power racks, Olympic barbells rated for elite competition, and recovery equipment usually found in NFL facilities. Over his career, Cena has spent an estimated $300,000 to $500,000 just building and maintaining these spaces. While other wrestlers relied on painkillers to stay in the ring, Cena relied on infrastructure. That $500,000 wasn't an expense. It was maintenance on a machine that printed money. John Cena never ate for enjoyment. He ate for output. During his prime years, Cena consumed between 5,000 and 6,000 calories per day. This wasn't a cheat day binge. This was a strict, miserable protocol. A typical day included 2 to 3 pounds of lean meat, complex carbohydrates, and a regimented list of amino acids. This wasn't cheap bulk food. This was high quality, consistent fuel. Over a 20-year elite career, estimates suggest Cena spent between $1.5 and $2 million on food and supplements alone. Most people eat to live. Cena ate to work. John Cena didn't just wrestle in WWE, he was WWE. At his peak, Cena was the undisputed face of the company during its most profitable global era. His income streams were staggering. $8 to $10 million per year in base contracts, massive merchandise revenue where he ranked #1 for years, plus pay-per-view bonuses. Conservatively, Cena earned $150 to $200 million directly from the WWE machine. But here is where the story changes. The wrestling industry is littered with tragic stories of stars who burned their fortunes on excess, drugs, and bad investments. Cena didn't do that. There was no reckless spending, no collapsing lifestyle. He preserved capital. He treated his WWE earnings not as lottery winnings, but as the foundation for everything that came next. This is where John Cena quietly loses his mind, but even his madness is calculated. He doesn't collect cars for flexing, he collects significance. Cena has owned over 20 rare and ultra-rare vehicles, many of which he never shows publicly. His garage has housed a 1970 Buick GSX, a 1969 Copo Camaro, and a 1966 Dodge Hemi Charger. He owns a 1971 AMC Hornet SC 360, one of only 784 ever made. At its peak, his collection was valued at nearly $7 million. But here's the difference. Cena sells them. To him, cars are experiences, not vault items. He buys them, drives them, enjoys the engineering, and then moves on. He refuses to let the things he owns end up owning him. One moment defines Cena's mindset perfectly. When he was selected to buy the 2017 Ford GT, a car worth $500,000, he signed a contract promising not to resell it for 2 years. Ford wanted to control the asset, yet Cena sold it anyway. Ford sued him. The internet called him greedy, but look closer. Cena paid the settlement without hesitation. Why? Because he prioritized autonomy over profit. He refused to let a corporation dictate what he could do with his own property. That decision cost him money, but it protected his freedom. That isn't celebrity thinking. That is ownership thinking. WWE made Cena rich. Hollywood multiplied him. Transitioning from the ring to the screen is usually where wrestlers fail. Cena didn't just survive, he thrived. His income diversified rapidly with major projects like the Fast and Furious franchise, The Suicide Squad, and Bumblebee. By the time he starred in Peacemaker for HBO, he was reportedly earning $500,000 per episode, pushing a single season past $4 million. His film salaries jumped from the low millions to $10 to $15 million for major projects. By the early 2020s, Cena was earning $20 to $25 million per year consistently. This is where his lifestyle quietly leveled up. He successfully moved his primary income stream from his body, which breaks down, to his face, which lasts forever. One of John Cena's most powerful and least visible income streams is his global branding, specifically in China. Unlike most American celebrities who treat international markets as an afterthought, John Cena spent years learning Mandarin. It was a long-term business move. That decision unlocked access to an entirely different market, one with massive audiences and billion-dollar brands. Cena worked closely with WWE China and partnered with massive companies like Honda and Gillette for their Asian markets. His disciplined image and effort to speak the language made him unusually trusted where many Western celebrities fail. These deals are rarely publicized in Western media, but industry estimates suggest he pulled in $5 to $10 million annually from branding alone during his peak years. It was quiet money, global reach, and maximum leverage. John Cena doesn't chase celebrity mansions designed for headlines. He buys silence. While other stars compete for visibility in Beverly Hills, Cena deliberately chose privacy-first locations where control matters more than views. His most well-known property is a 10,000 square foot estate in Tampa, Florida, purchased for around $4 million. It isn't flashy, it's secure. The property functions as a fortress, featuring gated security, a custom-built gym, and massive garage capacity for his rotating car collection. Beyond Tampa, Cena has owned homes in California and Massachusetts, allowing him to stay close to work without sacrificing privacy. His total real estate holdings are estimated at a modest $8 to $10 million. He isn't trying to impress the neighbors, he is trying to avoid them. Unlike flashier celebrities, Cena doesn't stack $500,000 watch vaults. You won't see him wearing a Richard Mille that costs as much as a house. Instead, he's been seen wearing a Rolex Submariner worth maybe $15,000 or Tag Heuer chronographs worth even less. His total watch collection is likely under $250,000. Pocket change for a man of his status. His clothing follows the same philosophy: simple, functional, unbranded. He wears luxury without logos. He knows that true power doesn't need to sparkle to be felt. This is where Cena becomes different. He holds the world record for the most Make-A-Wish Foundation wishes granted, over 650 wishes. Let's look at the real cost of that. We are talking about flights, hotels, scheduling, and most importantly, time. Yes, Cena gives his time away for free. Experts estimate Cena has contributed millions of dollars in value, both directly and indirectly, to these causes. He donates heavily to children's hospitals and veteran organizations, and he does it without a camera crew. This is the only part of his life where he spends with zero expectation of a financial return. It is the one investment he makes purely for the soul, not the portfolio. Public estimates place Cena's net worth around $80 to $100 million, but net worth is not lifetime earnings. When you factor in his massive WWE income, his Hollywood salaries, his global brand deals, his royalties, and his investments, John Cena has generated hundreds of millions of dollars over his career. He doesn't spend like a billionaire, but he operates like one. John Cena doesn't show you his wealth, not because he can't, but because he understands something most rich people never learn. Real power doesn't need witnesses. It doesn't beg for validation. It doesn't shout through Instagram stories. It moves quietly. While others flex to be seen, John Cena uses wealth as leverage. Control over his time, his image, and his access. He decides when to appear, when to disappear, and what parts of his life stay untouchable. Cars come and go. Homes stay private. Money compounds silently. Generosity happens off camera. He doesn't wear watches to prove status. He doesn't buy jets to prove success, because he already arrived years ago. John Cena built a life where wealth works for him, not the other way around. So if you still think John Cena is just a meme, just a wrestler, or just a guy in jorts, that isn't a mistake. That is the strategy.